Here we got a brand new direct from Pokemon for Pokemon Day. It featured a new game being worked on called Pokemon Champions, which is focused completely on Pokemon battling. It's coming to Nintendo Switch systems and mobile devices. They showed a Mega Charizard X and a terrestrialized Dondozo fighting in the same battle, which makes me very excited for the future of Pokemon battling. We also got more Pokemon Legends ZA news for the first time in a year, showing off the 3 starter Pokemon in Chikorita, Totodile, and Tepig. There's also a ton more to talk about, so let's get into it. We're gonna start talking with Pokemon Champions, and then we'll go into Legends ZA. I'm very excited about Champions, by the way. Let me know your thoughts on the direct down below, whether you liked it, whether you didn't. I get that some people wish there was more shown, more new stuff when it comes to Legends ZA. But in terms of Pokemon Champions, I'm very excited about this game for the future of draft, VGC, and even singles Wi-Fi battling. For those that don't know, this is a game that's battle focused. It is what people have asked for a long time, for Pokemon to make their own battle simulator start thing. Something similar for Showdown, but I don't think this is going to be like Showdown, and we'll get into that in a second. But it's a place that is just mainly, I think more of this is like Battle Pokemon Stadium 3. I would call it like Pokemon Stadium 3, or the new version of Pokemon Battle Revolution, if I had to call it something. But it's so cool because it's cross-platform between iOS and Android, as well as your Nintendo Switch. I really don't like the guy's outfit, man. I never do. But the coolest thing, that's not true. I like the guy's outfit in Legends ZA. I wish he had different pants. But the coolest thing about this is they show a Mega Charizard X and a Dondozo in the exact same battle. You can only see this happen on the National Dex ladder on Pokemon Showdown, the simulator that we are, right here. You can only watch this if you go into the National Dex battle. And even then, you can't even see this anymore because terrestrialization is banned in National Dex. So I guess technically you could see it in something like the National Dex Uber's ladder. But this is so exciting, especially for people who do draft, because it means that we can do a Megas draft with terrestrialization. And you're like, well, this is probably just doubles. I don't think so. On the official Pokemon site, it talks about compete against players from all over the world for the highest ranked in ranked battles, or for some easygoing, fun, and casual battles. If you'd rather play together with friends and family, you can have private battles too. I really just think this is like kind of similar to Battle Stadium, but it's just focused on this. It's just so cool to see all 4 of these mons in the same game together, like Aegislash as well. Now, I don't believe it's going to have all the Pokemon at once. I said National Dex is in like what Showdown is, but I don't think it's gonna have all the Pokemon at once. But I think Pokemon will be continuously added in because you can connect with Pokemon Go, send them to home, connect with Scarlet and Violet, send them to home, and you can bring them to Pokemon Champions. So this is what leads to believe that it might not necessarily have a builder, like when it comes to how Pokemon Showdown has a builder where you add a Pokemon and then, obviously you wouldn't be doing anything like this because people are like, oh, the Showdown killer is here. I don't think it is anything for that. I just think it's going to be a great thing, again, for battle-centric things like VGC, for instance. You want to show off content, even if you're like mocking in drafts or just draft in general. If you're like showing off battles and having them, you don't have to use a Showdown replay. Like if you want to show it in a video itself, obviously I'd still mock on Pokemon Showdown. I don't think that would change Showdown at all. But the fact that this is available, even if you don't have a Switch, I think is so cool. And I'm very excited to see this happen. I am very, very excited to see this happen. I'm hoping for, maybe this comes out around the 10th anniversary of Pokemon, because, or not the 10th, excuse me, the 30th anniversary of Pokemon, because that's coming up. But we'll see. They're just saying they're working on this, so there's no actual date when it comes to this. But I'm so excited, especially for draft, being able to use the fact that Mega Pokemon are in here. Just makes it so cool. Like if they're just different formats I can do. And obviously it will be it's not Showdown because like there's a rank ladder or a casual ladder or a private match, which you can do with friends, right? There's no like, oh, I want to play with my favorite ZU Pokemon, or oh, I want to play a game of Ubers where there's just Ubers. Oh, I want to play a game of National Dex, Cricketune. But I want to use this and I don't want to fight Ubers or whatever. So I don't, obviously in challenges you could probably do that, but I don't think it's going to, obviously it's not going to have that. And I'm still not sure if it's actually going to have a builder itself because it's just battle focused. It says it has access to items and stuff like that right here. But would feature familiar mechanics such as Pokemon types, abilities, and moves, creating an environment conducive to rich and varied strategies for new and experienced trainers alike. I'm just very excited for that. Again, it just reminds me a lot of like Pokemon Stadium. or Battle Revolution, I think is more likely because there is a quote unquote story mode there, but this is just for battling itself. So I'm very hyped about that, man. And the fact that we'll be able to use these, it's so cool. I think just making it easy to use mons. And again, I guess the barrier will be sending things to home. I believe you can use a Pokemon Home free trial though for at least 30 Pokemon and send them back. I mean, I don't know how many times you can sign up for a free trial, but I think it's gonna be really cool. I'm excited for this. It's just the future of draft leagues. Just especially depending on how many there. I can have a draft league in Generation 9 or 10 or whatever with Mega Pokemon and not have to worry about any of that. So just a lot of really, really cool stuff. So what are you guys' thoughts on Pokemon Champions? That was, I think, the most exciting thing for me when it came to this Direct. And you want to see my live reaction, you can check out the stream I uploaded earlier on, or I did earlier. Now let's talk about Pokemon Legends ZA. First things first, it is confirmed to be a future version of Lumiose. The first trailer they showed a literal year ago, and the only trailer they showed a literal year ago, made some people think, oh, this is the past. The Lumiose Tower is still being developed, etc., etc. There was rumors and leaks about it being the future. People were still back and forth on it, but it is confirmed to be the future of Lumiose. And the starters that you can see right in front of you are Chikorita, Tepig, and Totodile. Now, 2 Gen 2 starters. I know some people are upset about the fact that it's 2 Gen 2 starters. Tepig getting love makes a lot of sense. We have already Hisui and Samurott from the previous Legends. Serperior is actually a good Pokemon because of Contrary. So Tepig was lagging behind. So it makes sense. I don't think these three will get Mega Evolutions. I think they'll be regional evolutions. I really think they'll be regional evolutions. In terms of the other two, I think Chikorita, Meganium specifically needed something. Meganium specifically needed something to get better or be a better Pokemon. So I'm fine with it being Chikorita. Totodile being here, I would rather it be a different mon, if I'm being honest, for the water. I think just Gen 2 in general. But I mean, I love Gator, and I'm excited to see their typings. Now, we're going to Theorymon a little bit. One thing that was shown in this trailer, which is very exciting. So I'm going to show you something right here. This confirms two things, and I'll talk more about the battle system, but it's not the strong and agile style at all. This shows Chikorita that's level 15 using Disarming Voice. This is not a moveset in Chikorita's previous movesets. So we're kind of thinking Grass Fairy when it comes to Meganium, which is what Meganium has in like every single ROM hack. So it's pretty cool to actually have that be, the regional evolution. Again, I could be wrong about this. All of us could be wrong. It could just be something they just wanted to like, you're gonna guess this, but it's wrong. But I don't think that's that far off. So Triage is the ability we would all want for Meganium as well, which is also the ability it has in every single one. And then why do we want Triage? Because then we could do some Draining Kiss plus Giga Drain, and it'd be Comfy version 2, except it has Grass Stab and actually has a ground move and Earthquake and more utility as well, and then priority healing with Synthesis and stuff like that. So Fairy Grass could be a really cool one because then they could do the Steel Fairy Grass, Steel Dragon plus, Fairy, Steel Dragon Fairy like core. So I would think that it would be Dragon plus Water on this. And then people were talking about Fire, Steel, Tepig or Emboar. But again, that's just all theory modding. And also, I'm not sure how much sense it makes. I think Gator being, a dragon type is fine and really cool. Thematic, even, for this mon. It being a regional variant, again, I'm leaning more towards regional variants than megas because we didn't see any megas, but I think it makes more sense for them to be regional variants. I think they also get better because let's talk realistically, like competitively. For Alligator, Mega Evolving means it can't hold a Life Orb and Sheer Force stuff. Like, even if they give it more attack, like Life Orb, Sheer Force, it might be a whole situation, like, consider like Gallade with its Sharpness ability versus Mega Gallade. Gallade with Sharpness ability and Life Orb actually hits harder than Mega Gallade. But of course, they could change its inner focus to Sharpness. That'd be fire too. But what do you guys think about the typings? I've also seen Poison being thrown around as well. That way, Fire Poison deals with Grass Fairy. But of course, Fire Steel, another Heatran, does deal with that. And then Grass Fairy deals with Water Dragon. But then Water Dragon is like not the craziest into Fire plus Steel, so I don't know necessarily when it comes to that. But the battle system, like I mentioned before, is really unique in this game. unless you play Digimon or something. But it's really unique in this game because it's not, you pick your attack, but you can also dodge and do stuff like that too. You can dodge, you can move around, and even the trailer, which I'm not going to show too much because I don't know, in the thing they didn't copyright, but let me show if I can see it. Let me see if I can show it right now. I guess it's not in this part, but basically you're literally picking your attacks. It's like real time. Like you're actually picking your attacks. If you move to the left, your Mon can dodge. I saw an Onyx dodge very poorly and get still hit, which is very funny to see. Lumiose itself has wild areas. This is less competitive. We're just kind of talking about it, but has wild areas designed inside it. That way you can catch Pokemon and battle Pokemon. I really like they're basically trying to make Lumiose Pokemon plus people place, which I like the idea behind that. If Pokemon were real, I would love that sort of thing. As long as they were naturally good and not like, and it's not like animals are bad, but you know, animals have instincts and protective, and some of them eat. It's not the polar bears. Hunt people is crazy. In terms of this sightseeing trip to that's cool. They bring back some, they didn't show any new Pokemon, which is unfortunate. But make Pokemon your allies, catch Pokemon similar to it was in Legends ZA. Trainers are real-time battling, like you'll be able to dodge, which is exactly what we talked about. And then you have your character right here. The girl's drip is fire. Guy's drip, I wish the belt changed a little bit, and I wish the pants weren't so tight personally, but you know, is what it is. Tips Fedora, I'm always a fan of that. I like how the colors look here. In terms of, also calling Tepig, by the way. What is it? Is nimbler than it looks. It uses its speed to confound enemies. Maybe this is hinting at its new evolution actually being fast. That'd be kind of crazy. But who knows about that when it comes to that. If it's training much, watch out because total may think it's play for napping. It buys more power to cause injury. Make sure you don't inadvertently turn your back. Yeah, whatever. So obviously we have the new people right here too. I'm going through the things that I think are cool and like are really fun to talk about. AZ's Floette is back and AZ is back too. It's kind of crazy that after like the Great War and everything, homie was like, yeah, I'm gonna make a hotel. Evan, man, you lied for so long, do whatever you want, I guess at that point. But I do like the fact that the Eternal Floette is back. I don't know if it'll ever be something we can actually battle with or use in the future. I'm sure in Gen 10, right, it's going to be similar to Legends Arceus, where you could bring Pokemon like Hisui and Zoroark and Sneasler and all of them into the game. So I'm hoping that Eternal Floette does follow that same thing. Because Floette Eternal, rather, has way better. So 75 special attack, right? 52 speed. 125 special attack, 128 special defense, 92 speed, and it has its Light of Ruin, which is a super broken ability, a super broken move. It is incredibly strong, but you can't see it right here. How can I put Light of Ruin? I'm gonna show off Light of Ruin. I'm gonna see if I can put it in National Dex just to show you just how powerful this move does not exist. Give me 1 second. I want to show you in that because I thought it looked better, but Light of Ruin is 140 base power, 90 accuracy. And it does damage equal to half the damage. It's crazy. It's also one of the favorite things to run in an OM where you just run Magic Guard with it and Life Orb and you don't take recoil. A lot of people love to do stuff like that. These guys, probably evil as hell. Right? Corporation. Yep. I love the way Zygarde and the Pokemon look in this game. I'll be completely honest. What could their connection be? There are rumors about Zy getting like a Mega, which I think is so weird because I mean, obviously we're going to have new Megas, right? But I think that people were saying rumors about that, like, oh man, this mon's gonna get a Mega, and maybe it does. But I'm just trying to think about like Mega's complete Zygarde with being able to hold leftovers and basically get back to full HP and doing stuff like that versus a mon that can't hold leftovers. Of course, maybe if there was a Mega Zygarde from this, it'd probably look insane because this mon already looks like insane. It looks like one of my favorite Digimon, Imperial, and it's like it's already broken because of its ability. Obviously we know Megas are back, which is very exciting, and it is confirmed that they hold items. I was personally like, yeah, the Pokemon has to be holding the eventually trades Megastone held by their Pokemon. So items in the game, right? Which is pretty cool. Because Legends did not have that. Legends Arceus did not have that. Legends Arceus also didn't have abilities. I'm pretty sure this stuff is gonna have abilities too. I could be wrong. But Legends Arceus didn't have abilities unless your name is Regigigas, because even in a game where there is no abilities, they still have to give them on slow start. Very disrespectful. But they're being able to hold items. I was almost hoping it was like Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee in a sense that they don't have to hold items, because I want to watch the whole world burn and allow Megas to hold life orbs and stuff like that. But very excited about this, and it's coming later this year. So I don't think we're getting another game this year, obviously. So probably another whole year of Scarlet and Violet. I don't even know if the Champions game will come out this year. I think it's more likely to come out next year, with next year's the 30th anniversary of Pokemon, right? So I think it makes more sense to do that. But who knows? If the Future of Worlds is on this, I think it's really cool. You just show up with your phone instead of having to... I don't know about y'all, but I hate bringing, like, even the Switch, which is like, you know, get up and go type stuff. I hate walking outside with some things like that. Like, if I can't put it in my pocket, I guess you could, depending on your pockets. If I can't put it in my pocket, I hate that stuff, personally, because I want to make sure I know where my stuff is. But Legends EA looks nice, and I think the story looks interesting in terms of what we've seen. And I'm happy that we can at least battle. I don't think we're going to have any, you know, Wi-Fi battlings with it, but there was something at the end in the trailer that showed, like, Rotom... Yeah, it was this. It was Rotom doing some things. This is a promotion match announcement, and then something with that. So maybe it has to do with battling. What are you guys' thoughts on that? I'm not 100% sure. But in terms of the future of Draft, I'm excited about that. And I definitely am more excited about Legends EA than I am about Legends Arceus, or was about Legends Arceus. I enjoy Legends Arceus, but not being able to battle. I really thought that the two ways you click were just click A, spam A button. And granted, playing in-game is a lot like that anyway. I did like the way you took on, you know, Avalugg and all of them, and Electrode. I think that was cool. But the actual battling itself, I wasn't a huge fan of. This one, though, I like more. As I can select my attack and dodge. But let me know your guys' thoughts down below. A little shorter of a video. If once we get more information, I'll talk about it. I always try to talk about official information. The Zygarde thing was a rumor, not, well, I saw a rumor. But yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if that's credible or anything like that. But this is so exciting. So it's not going to replace Pokemon Showdown. Like, calm down. Nobody's going to replace Pokemon Showdown like that. Now, if if Pokemon decides, you know what, we're taking the Pokemon Showdown team builder and everything, and our mons are going to look good, I could be wrong. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. I'll see you on the next one. I know a lot of y'all want to see new Mega Pokemon stuff. We'll obviously be getting more stuff trickling in. Obviously, when the Switch 2's official announcement comes out eventually too, probably in a month or two, around April, I'm assuming it'll be happening. We'll have a little bit more from there. Not official announcement, like a trailer about it or whatever. I'm sure we'll see more Pokemon stuff as things happening. It's literally been a year. This is the first information we got in a year. Crazy. Yeah, that's all I have for y'all. I'll see you on the next video tomorrow. Let me know your thoughts. Peace.